playing that right whenever Falco's in a bad spot. Um,
Hmm.
I also have a really hard time when like Falco's using verticality and like platforms to like avoid me.
Yeah.
I have like a hard time like I feel like the answer is like don't engage necessarily. That's probably like what my like that's like what my gut tells me. But like I feel myself sort of like grasping at straws sometimes when like Falco's just like jumping around. Like I feel like there's like something to be gained there and I'm not gaining it.
Hmm.
Um and then there was another thing. That was the main stuff though. The main stuff though. Oh yeah, yeah. That's the main stuff for now. I'll probably remember the other thing as I watch. But
Okay. Um, the unfortunate reality of Falco playing vertically is you don't actually get to do things unless you're willing to like lose your stock when you're wrong. If I'm gonna be so dead ass, so
that's the
it's
thing,
like
dude.
you can engage with it sometimes, but those are only the times when Falco like kind of clearly makes a mistake with it, where it's like, oh, you're standing in center stage, and then Falco's full hopping from like under the side platform, and he has dash full hop, and then instead of landing on top plat, he decides to like fall through, and it's like, oh, of course, then you get like an easy hit with either like you do like full hop back air with your back turn from center, or like you I don't know. You do like you run past and then wave dash back shine once you see that he fell through or something. It's like other than those cases where I feel like Falco didn't have a reason to like come down with his full hop, you don't really actually get to do much about it.
Oh, I remember the last thought. The last thought was that when the Falco like I feel like I have a hard time playing in spots um when like the Falco's at like 130 and they're just like avoiding getting hit.
Mhm.
Like like I eat so much in that spot.
Mhm.
There's like a really good example this first stock of like where like I'm up really ahead. I'm up ahead by a lot. Oh, and also like the game goes down to like a really like high percent last stock situation, and like I don't know, like those spots, like I like don't feel confident. Like I don't feel confident when Falco's at like 130 and I need like one hit to like finish it off.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think this spot's kind of unintuitive because it's like lasers kind of stop mattering, and you're only ever worried about getting hit by like back air and nair and forward tilt. And so then it's like doing stuff like spamming shield a ton actually ends up being good compared to like normal, because when you do it normally you're always risking like eventually losing to his pressure string or something, but that's not really like super the case once he's at that percent. And so then doing the shield spam stuff is good. Full hop stuff becomes better too, because from Falco's perspective, if he like tries to go for that read that's already pretty inconsistent and he's wrong, then it's like, oh, he just gets hit and dies, and then he has to deal with 100% Fox on his next stock, and then he's gonna get clipped 7 times, and it could spiral. Um,
Yeah.
and it's one of the spots where Fox. I think it's one of the only matchups where Fox actually is like, I have to start playing tradey. It's like you start going for hits where it's like, well, I'll back you here, and like maybe it could trade, but like if it doesn't trade, my backer just wins. And if I just get hit straight up, then that probably meant that the Falco hard read it in some way. And that means that, like, he could have gotten hit in a bunch of other ways just from him trying to read that option. Um, and
Yeah.
so it is a lot less about being like, all right, I'm going to put the Falcon in the corner and, like, just playing every single position on the stage, kind of in some way like that. You have to lean even more into the whole indirect thing. It's like if you're running up and nairing the Falco when he's at 130, it's not like it's inherently bad, but it definitely
The Falco's
could
not
go
too
wrong.
upset when they see you doing that.
Yeah, because it's like that's one of the easy things, quote unquote, for them to deal with at that percent. That's like the, oh, well, I guess I'm just gonna like all I really have to do is dash back air, or like shield in air and then shine a shield and then like hit you off the stage or whatever. And so like you don't want your openings to be the ones where like Falco is working to prevent you from doing it once you're at the super high percent. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are my only thoughts. I'll probably have more once I actually see the type of situation you end up in. But generally, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you in the stream?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start.
I can see your mouse too, so we're good.
Nice. Hmm. I kind of feel like you did a really good job going to platform and then timing your jump after the laser. But when you do this, this is your time to get to run forward relatively safely, especially since you're at such low percent. Because at this low of a percent, he can't actually stop you with down air unless he like hard reads it and goes for a super specific late dare, which is bad if you do any delay, right? Because then he's stuck without a laser. And then like because you came down at from the platform at the time you did, unless he like did a second laser in place, which he's incentivized not to do because he doesn't want to deal with you jumping off the platform, he's probably going to do some type of dash chance thing and then check and then laser, right? And so
Mm.
then that delay makes it where when you run forward, you actually can get into run and do a plethora of things like running power shield, um, approaching full hop, and like running shine, and those are all really hard for Falco to deal with once he gets into this spot. So that's like the benefit of being super good at like coming down right as the laser passes you. Does that?
That's okay. That's good. There's another this is like my last like big thought, and I think it's like maybe the most important one. Um I have like I understand that like Falco is like I feel like approaches from like big distances are like very bad against Falco. Like I know that. So you kind of have to like earn the right to interact with Falco by like taking space.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a really hard time like knowing like now's the time to like I have a hard time gauging like um this is the time to take space. This is how you take space and like this is how much you take. Like I have a really hard time like there's like there are some spots where I'm like I guess like run in and shield to like also like keep myself safe from a late like you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like even when I take space that's like not super confident. And it feels like there are times when like I could get closer, but like I don't because I'm not sure if I'm gonna like be eating something or if it's like how dangerous it is. So definitely like as spots come up where like I can take space, like I definitely want to get into those.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that part is also hard because it's not like it's a little mini game. The taking space thing against Falco is definitely a little mini game. Um, and I don't have super duper like. Well, I do have concrete thoughts on it, but I think the main things I feel about it are the further away you are, the more you could just decide to dash forward and kind of not give a shit. Because then, if he does decide to laser like as fast as possible, he's probably gonna stop you way further back. Like imagine if like you were at the very edge of the stage and he was where he is. If you just decided to dash forward from that spot, it'd be like if he did the fastest laser, he'd probably stop you around right here, which is totally chill, right?
Yeah.
And then if he does like a delay laser, that means that you have the potential to go maybe even here and then get to full hop. And then if he does like a delay laser, then you fall on top of him. Or then like if he decides to not laser at all and worry about you dashing forward, if say you're full hopping here, he can't aerial here because you're in the air. And then if he tries to do dash back air, imagine if you just like full hop drift back and then you're now at like this range with him. And then he can't laser for free at all, you know?
Yeah.
So like from far range, you kind of just get to run it, and like Falco can prevent it, but it's like mostly safe, and you also can kind of like pay attention, and kind of hedge your bets on not getting hit because you could always full send forward, be like this is kind of sus, and then just go to the top platform,
Yeah.
and who cares, you know? But when you're at like say this range, this is kind of the range where you don't actually get to move forward against Falco super duper safely. Probably a little bit closer than this. Probably like around here ish is when you actually can't do it. And so then in
Yeah.
this spot, you have to do stuff like I'm going to full hop in place and then slightly drift forward just to get that tiny bit of space to like jump over a laser or something. And then now that I landed in this range after a laser, I might be able to do something. Or maybe I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to land, turn my back, and then shield. And then like maybe short hop back air or maybe full hop, you know?
Yeah.
Um, it's all just, it ends up being broadly just like how does the spacing you're in change the way that you have to interact with lasers? That is like the most important thing where it's like if you're closer, lasers are more prominent because you have less time to do anything about them, right? And there's just inherently a smaller gap between them. Um or it's like maybe you're so close that you can just prevent lasers, or maybe you're so far that you can't do anything about lasers, but he can't do anything to you. And finding like whatever, I can't tell you exactly what spacings are what without like going into a 17-hour long, description about it, but like just broadly
Yeah.
speaking,
Try to
thinking
get
of
like
it
a
in
sense.
that way will help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. You hit the hard combo.
What was the hard part?
Reacting to whether he no DIs or DIs to the platform here, and actually still getting the combo on no DI.
Yeah. Yeah. I in that spot. I don't know if it's. I kind of like just throwing out that up tilt if I'm unsure,
Mm-hmm.
because like if it hits, it's like good, and if they tech roll, like I still get the up air. Like you can throw out that up tilt and still like hit the up air. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It definitely feels smarter than like trying to up air
I
like
think
when they might fall off.
I think it's easier, but there will be times where it matters. This like ended up being good because he was at the percent where up tilt starts being good on this stage because he goes so high from it that you could like actually just combo normally even if he goes to the platform off of it. But like I think there are a lot of spots where you do actually need to up air or at least like turn around up smash and stuff. Turn around up smash is a lot easier than up air, but like you're gonna have to like do varied things. So I think that's something to
Mm,
keep in mind.
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, bad timing worked out though. I don't think that wrong grab was very good. It was
Which
just
one?
this one right here after the shine. It's like I think you didn't actually play the mix up.
Yeah. There are a lot of spots where I do that grabbing it spot dodge shine.
Yeah, I just think you played it as if you got the combo off the shine, but since you short hop nared, it's a completely different situation. And
Yeah.
I personally feel like Falco's at knockdown percent. He's in the corner. If I'm gonna like run up and read that he'll probably like not, actively defend himself, I'd rather Nair because Nair is overall safer and harder to deal with, and it puts him off stage, which is still good. You know.
Mm, yeah.
Ooh, bad timing.
Yeah. I gotta be a little bit more conscious when I'm on platform to like spot like is there a laser that I need to worry about when I come down?
Yeah, yeah. I think you should always be in like the laser scope out mode.
Yeah.
Always, yeah. Because that could have made the difference. If you decide to come off the platform literally like 4 frames later, you get to land right
Yeah, just
here.
nair, like burst nair or
Yeah, you could
something.
do whatever you want. Anything. Literally anything you want. And I'd be like, yeah, that's a good decision. Because you won the
I won.
situation. Yeah. Um, I think a cool thing here that we get to see is when you go to the platform and come down, that ended up being the spacing I was talking about at the beginning, where it's like you
Yeah.
just get to go forward and it doesn't really matter. And it's like,
Yeah.
so what? He lasers you.
Yeah, I think I need to play certain situations when I get lasered like so what?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you eat the laser from further away and it just feels more dangerous than it is.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think a lot of lasers are you could end up categorizing as like I, and it's a big part in being good at the matchup where it's just like, oh well, that laser doesn't actually meaningfully change anything, and it's hard to tell which ones are and aren't like that because there's a lot that are like in between that end up not actually changing anything, but like it feels unclear. But
Yeah.
this is a good
Or
spot
like
for it.
sometimes it's like like this is a laser that I should probably full hop after, or like this is a laser I should dash back after, and like that's really what it feels like sometimes, you know,
Yeah. Yep. Yep. That makes sense.
because
Oh.
it's like the distance from Falco and like also like where I'm at on the stage, you know.
Mm-hmm. Um, I do have one thought about this though. Is I feel like this Nair, regardless of what it was meant to do, it kind of felt like you weren't paying super duper close attention to the spacings. Because what I kind of see is Falco is all the way back here. And this is about all the information you have. You know Falco is right here, because that's where he shot the laser, right? And so then it's like, the only things this Nair, if you probably went to dash forward Nair.
Yes.
Yeah, and so then
I was probably trying to like catch Falco like jumping forward and like taking space in some sort of way, like with a short hop, like whether it's a short hop laser or like a...
yeah. But then with that, I kind of feel like if Falco does like an approaching laser, he'd end up right here. Assuming he does the fastest one, he could do a delay one, end up closer. But then like if we'd end up here and he's doing approaching laser, you could nair here. But then if Falco does any dash dance option, you kind of get trapped again, which I don't really like. And I think this is
Yeah.
a range where Falcos are scoping out Fox like being proactive because a lot of foxes run up to that spot, good dash forward, and then they end up here and they're like, all right, got to keep the offense going, and then they don't like play super, I guess, diligently in this kind of
Yeah.
range, and so then they like get clipped by stuff, and so then I think a lot of Falcons are super keen on that. This Falco did double jump laser, which is also fine in this spot because he's reading power shield or whatever. Um, but then like I would much prefer, and I guess it ends up looking bad because he did do double jump laser, but I'd much prefer you ending up in this spot and then being like, I'm gonna literally stand still, or I'm gonna dash forward full hop, or I'm gonna like take the laser and then start walking forward. I'd like it to play the situation a bit more, not fully passively, but just a tiny bit more like, um, I think I want you to give yourself more opportunities to react. And so then and like leave yourself available more so than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could be aggressive. You just need to not like pull the trigger too early. Cuz it doesn't really matter, at least for your sake, it doesn't really matter if Falco approaching lasers here cuz you know what happens when you're approaching lasers? You guys actually cross up if you just dash forward, or if you full hop, he goes under you and he has to deal with your pressure. Or if you walk forward and he does approaching laser, you walk and end up point blank, and you could either, power shield the approaching laser, which is totally possible on the table, or you'll like walk, shine him out of it or something like that, right? And like all those options are pretty good. And then in the case that he starts setting up something different, like a dash dance, um, like dash dance, what's it called? Down air or something, or like a dash forward, super late down air in the middle, you can actually react, with all the things you've talked about. And I think that ends up being important for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Falco's also forces you to do the thing where you kind of have to play overall a bit more available because the more that you put yourself in lag, the more that Falco can make up for his speed.
Yeah.
That was good. probably fine. Nice. I think your corner pressure has been pretty good overall, but I want you to use up tilt less. Um, I think up tilt's good because it's like it's the read for like you back air the Falco shield and then he wave dash forward shines or something. Like it reads that, but I kind of feel like it doesn't match your goal when he's in the corner. Because when he's in the corner, you probably want to hit him off stage, but when you up tilt
Yeah,
him, he gets hit towards stage. And at
just
lower
like
percents, that's
back
good.
air.
Yeah, like I think especially after doing like a space backer like this, the entire world is your oyster. You could do late back air, run up grab. You could do late back air, full hop, drift in, do your back air right here, so it's still space enough to not get shined out of shield. But like you're close to do things. You could do back air dash dance and like do like one dash dance snare. Back air forward tilt
Yeah.
to read short hop out of shield. Like back air forward tilt is functionally the same thing as back air up tilt, but at these higher percents, it pushes them off the stage, you know? And that
Mm,
like matters.
yeah.
But yeah, I think just
Like I got that upload at 140 and it didn't really do anything.
right, yeah, and I wanted to mention it, but then I was like, I don't really think it's that big of a deal. But like this
And
is
then I
such a
ended up in
sore
the same
spot.
spot again.
Yeah, it's like okay, well maybe the up tilt's like a thing.
No, I think it definitely is. I find myself just up tilting in general too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think in general against I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I just be up tilted too much. Like
Just be
sometimes
up.
I feel like I just feel like I'm like they're gonna like jump at me and like eat an up tilt. Like I feel like I don't even know what I'm thinking sometimes. Sometimes it just feels like I do lazy up tilts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's like a spot where like it's honestly that's like one of the better spots to do it because it's like actually like covers something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll keep an eye out for that. I don't do too many lazy up tilts in this matchup because I'm too busy getting lasered. You know.
True. Uh-oh, don't go up. Never chase Falco vertically. It'll go
Yeah.
bad always. Well, that happens. Um, yeah, I mean that literally just happens. Falco just read you. I kind of feel like I think this was a spot where you could have like it was kind of like it was a how do I say this? The way that I categorize it is it felt like a decision spot. It felt like a spot where no matter what, you had to make like a meaningful decision. Does that make
Mm.
sense?
Yeah,
And
like it felt like I thought I was able to kind of like, you know, hold off like doing something committal, but like it just wasn't a spot where like the spot like not committing to something just loses to everything.
mm-hmm. I think I think you can do something non-committal here, or at least generally non-committal, but the way that you have to do it is different. So like I think I see you land here. I see the Falco lasering here. I'm like, this is kind of a choke point because Falco could instantly go up and hit you. Like, not even like the dash dance, just literally laser, see that you're up, and then rising down there. And so it's like, you need to make a decision as fast as possible to make sure that you're not in the way of that because that's like the baseline option. It's not baseline option, but it is the baseline threat, I guess. That is the most relevant thing after seeing that laser. And so then I think, okay, the options I have on my table here, I could full hop on the side platform to read him coming up. And then it's good against delays too because you could always double jump or whatever, and it's actually hard to get to top platform. You could drop through the platform, and then if Falco decides to do anything that isn't instantly laser, which he's not going to do because you could just jump down and hit him, you get to
Yeah.
the ground and have time to either power shield or start running forward, or he doesn't laser at all and you get pressure, right? Or like he goes up and you trade positions or whatever. Or you just decide to be fully aggressive and truly like try and stop him from like playing more passively in the corner. So maybe he dash back and then do like a laser here or something. And if you like short hop off, then you could either land on the platform and then pressure from there, like do land on platform, short run off bear, right? Or then you do like short hop off platform, fall through, late bear, or short hop
Yeah.
off platform, shine, waveland the side plat, whatever, right? And I think those are like your three types of options where it's either fall down, full hop on top plat, or like go full aggressive. And I think anything else in between is either it loses you a lot of value or just gets you hit. So it's like if you run
Yeah.
off, you're stuck in the corner and he didn't work for it. Or if you like, do something delayed but like maintain your position on the ground on the top plat, you might just get clipped. Or like you run off side plat to this side, you don't have enough variance in what you can do, and so then you kind of get trapped, you know?
Yeah.
That, I guess, that's what makes me feel like it's a choke point. Nice. I like the way you played that a lot. Super good. You go to platform, you see that he's up, you don't chase him, you take your time, you get to see him coming down, and you do a full hop over, which I think is really good. And then you play the scramble well and he dies. Nice. This is a super good full hop. That one was too. Yeah. I think you could have reacted a bit better though. You like
Yeah.
picked the drill too early.
Like a back air shine spot, maybe.
Yeah, I don't even think back air shine. I actually think just back air pressure. Like you could do back air one dash dance grab, back air insta grab. Like you could like because the position, since you have a lot of frame advantage, you could actually be greedy about the hit you want. You don't have to
Yeah.
like take the shine. You could be like, I want to back air and then re-jump with up smash, and it'll hit a bunch of other things just because Falco is so close to you. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, hmm.
I had to get freaky for a second. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're kind of the Tsukiyomi. Nice. Oh, too close.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Definitely, I think your initial position was really good. Right here is the golden zone. Nice. I like that. Jump shine. One thing, I'm not going to talk about edge guards that much just because it's net play, and I can't tell you to do very much because you can't react to side B ever. But I think the one thing that you can do even on net play is jumping out in spots where you have a bunch of pressure. And so, like, what makes you think you have a bunch of pressure on this spot is you hit this back air, Falco's really close, and it'd be like, you can get off stage quickly, you know? And so then, like, if you wanted to, instead of like wave dashing back to grab ledge here, you could do back air, one dash dance, and then full hop off, and then you could catch his double jump, like, right here, right? Or, like,
Yeah.
if he,
I
like,
feel like anytime Falco goes like beneath ledge, you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Before they can get that double jump out, there's like it's like a chance, because they tend to jump back instead of like go for sweet spot.
Yeah. I agree. And I think it's good to take it because it's the only way to actually, like, it's the only way to avoid having to always play like a 50-50 at best mix up. And like no one wants to
Yeah,
play 50-50s every time.
that it kind of feels like I've resigned myself to that in the edge guard rather than like really aggressively trying to figure out when I can go for shines and go out there, which I think is definitely like a concession that cost me a lot in this matchup.
Mhm.
Like I watched Colin play this matchup, and it's like he's literally just double shining in the corner and like trying to fucking shine them at 12. Like that is literally like obviously he does like great stuff on stage and in between, but it really feels like his ideal Falco stock is like Falco gets back aired at 50 and gets shined, or like double shined and then shined.
I pretty much agree. I think it's at some point in the matchup it ends up being if Fox gets quick kills, Falco loses instantly. And it's not like you should always go for quick kills. You shouldn't just be like, I'm going to shine the Falco every time he's in the corner. But like being willing to take those risks that do lead to the low percent insta deaths, like forward throw, jump off shine, or read short hop, or like full hopping in the, or not full hopping, but I guess full hopping off the stage and shining Falco in these spots where he's close and can double jump. Like those spots, I think you'd have to be super duper keen on.
Maybe maybe instead of talking about edge guarding, towards the end, if we have time, we could like watch a Fox play against Falco, and maybe like watch a Fox that's good at getting those shines if you know one.
Mm-hmm. I'm down.
Because that's the thing. It's like I try to think about it. I try to think about that situation, and I have a hard time thinking about it. Like I have a hard time like just doing the work in my mind and being like figuring out like when I should jump out there. But then when I watch a fox like jump out there, it becomes a bit more clear to me.
Yeah, we're like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I think honestly, I'm not the biggest help because I ended up just like learning it through experience randomly, and then I was like, oh well, I guess I have a vibe for it now. But I do think you might actually just have to spend a month jumping off all the time and being horrifically wrong a lot, and then learning that oh, these are the spots where I get to actually jump off and shine Falco.
No, yeah, that kind of feels like the answer also because you need to have a good like repertoire of mix-ups when they like side B under you to like not get hit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kind of feels like I just need to do the bad thing to do the good thing, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I have
get
no
it.
problem doing that. I'm like definitely a notorious like option spammer in friendlies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we'll still watch, but I think that might end up being what you also have to do with watching.
Yeah.
Here's a spot where up tilt got you clipped, and I also didn't feel like the up tilt was very good.
Yeah, I think I'm too concerned with side B. That's like
Mm-hmm.
really what that up tilt is. It's like they side B, I get a juicy up tilt. Not the downer spot, but the up B spot.
Yeah, yeah,
Bad back air.
yeah. Yeah. I think the issue is that it kind of felt like you thought you might get a punish on that tech in place, but you can. I think you can if you just go for it. If you try and react, I'm not sure how possible it is to get, but you
I have
probably can
a
get it if you go as fast as possible.
I have a question. Like, how real is like Fox doing the Falco thing where like you like jump shine into pressure?
It's like it's fine. It's not that good because Falco gets a combo. Fox just like hits the dude on the ground, and it's like good position for Fox for sure. But is it worth any of the risk? I don't necessarily feel that.
Okay, yeah, because there are a lot of spots like this where I see like a oh like I'm gonna be a little late if I try to hit like a back air and air and I get shined at a shield where it feels like the answer is like well they're gonna be shielding so if I get shield pressure and that's like the only way that I could think of to get like good consistent like shield pressure if I have the tech skill
Mhm.
but I don't know if that's worth specking into like I don't know maybe if I get really good into like jumping up there and like shine grabbing or something, like it could be just huge, but I don't know if that's like too like niche or like if there's like a better way to just play that position. But I just like hate the idea of like I hit them and I'm like forcing them to tech and then I'm just conceding that they can like shield and full hop out and I have to play that position. Like it feels like there's like food being left on the table by just kind of like conceding that. But maybe
Mhm.
that's just because I like to be aggressive. I don't know.
I think you just have to. You could pressure. You just have to do it differently. Like here, it's not that the backer was inherently bad. It's that how you did the backer is bad. And so it's like if you know that you're gonna pressure and you're gonna be late, instead of drifting so far in, you could do a super duper, like you could wait longer and then do a full hop back air that like is super duper spaced on shield, and you're not drifting in while doing it. And you could end up, instead of ending up, right here ish, you could end up right here, but with the
Yeah,
back air still hitting the shield. And that matters because imagine if he was back airing, look at where you're at, And you'd also
yeah.
be doing the back air late, because you did this back air not as late as possible, which means that like,
I did it rising. Yeah,
yeah, it's like you're still susceptible to like frame stuff. But if you do it as late as possible and space it, you can at least get your shield up before like this back air, and then shine's completely off the table. Because I was worried about shine more so than anything. He definitely could have shined out or show drop shined that back air.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oof,
Yeah, stuck on
oof.
ledge.
No, I remember I practiced ledge dash after the session. I definitely did. There were a lot of moments like that.
Oh no.
Yeah, what even happened here? I tried to running shine or something.
Yeah, I think you probably
Probably.
spent a running shine. I think you just have to know that you aren't actually in enough advantage to truly like push it. So I'd start doing a bunch of full hop stuff. Like I'd be like, I'm gonna dash forward full hop, or I'm gonna go to side plat and then like short hop off or something. It's like you don't have like a clear way to get through this zone without going up.
Oh, I want to hit it so bad though, dude.
Yeah, but then you hit it and then the Falco lasers you, and then you're sitting right here in the corner, and it's like, well fuck me. Big mistake, I guess. That's
Yeah,
the kind of the issue.
I know, I know.
Worked out.
Dude, I need to just do fucking meditations on being patient. It's like literally just like the answer to like all my melee woes.
It's hard. It's everyone picks Fox because they're like, well, this is a character that gets to be aggressive. That's really cool. And then you play Fox and you realize Fox fucking sucks at being aggressive a lot of the time. And it's like,
Yeah,
man,
dude. And then you just pick your spots a little bit, and like every single person you play against, it's like, oh, you're fucking camping me, dude.
yep.
You're fucking lame playing Fox. You're camping me, dude. It's
Everyone
like,
wants the Fox to run into them, and it's like, no, man, I don't have
yeah, I wonder
moves.
why, man. I wonder why.
Yeah, it's just the infinite cycle of being like, maybe I need to be more patient as Fox. Because melee is just, it is hard to hit people in this game. No one in this game gets to be super aggressive all the time. Fox is the closest you get to that. And the only people who get to be super aggressive are the people with fucking super broken perfect tech skill. And even then, Cody Schwab's waiting half the time, It's like you have
Yeah,
Cody
dude.
Schwab, the dude
How'd
that
that
could do it.
aggression work against Morse code, bro? Like,
Yeah, it's like, okay, man, nice one. You see someone, you just fucking Fox. The game is inherently, it's not that it's inherently defensive. It's that you have to protect yourself a lot in this game because there are always threats. And the moment you're not protecting yourself, you're letting something random go wrong, and it's just like no one wants to deal with that. And it's not like, I think reshaping the way you view melee from like viewing it as like making attempts to like be purely aggressive is there's I think what like theoretical melee ends up looking like is people are both interacting, but it's not that all those interactions are super direct. It's not like you're both, it's either my down air or your nair. Who does it better? It ends up being like
yeah,
your aggression has to be a bit more roundabout, and you have to account for more things, but you still are doing something that's technically proactive. And then you have to feel good about those spots.
yeah,
Such as melee.
yeah. Boring.
Unfortunately.
We just gotta aerial into each other for eternity. It's gotta be the answer.
True melee. Um, for this full hop, I think it was a full hop double jump. You had a good dash chance, but you just got a full hop over it. Always just like,
Yeah, I try to dash dance grab down air off of like full hop down air, and like just the fast fall mix ups are just like I just need to never do that, man. Like
yeah,
I'm
no,
just
literally, if you full hop, especially after seeing like double jumps, because it's not like he could land on a platform, but that doesn't matter if you're full hopping. And so it's
Yeah,
like you just get to full hop and then have good pressure on the landing, or maybe just hit him and then be fine against other things.
100%.
Yeah.
Wait, can you go back to that up throw? I want to see something.
Okay.
Okay, no, I did it right. Okay. He got a lot of up throw stuff this session. I wasn't sure if I was like messing up and like not getting hit by the lasers because you want to get hit by them, but
Yeah,
I just don't
but
think
at low
I don't
percent,
think I SDI'd that far.
you can't really not get hit by the lasers at low percent. You just have to SCI up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like the moment I get grabbed, I'm literally just wiggling up on my stick because up is essentially no DI, which is what you want, and then you can also just pre-match the SDI for the lasers.
Okay, so you want up.
Yeah,
Okay.
you want SDI
Sometimes,
up.
well, at higher percent, sometimes I get hit by the lasers and you can go like really out, but
Yeah, so
I just
at higher percents, it's different. Where there's a lot of like nuance where it's like, oh, if he's up throwing you and you're on a high enough percent to go to the platform, you actually want to SDI to the side because you
yeah,
land on the platform faster. Or like, I mean, even at higher percents where there's not a platform, like on FD, like 110, I'd probably still be SDIing the lasers up. But all that matters is you get hit by the lasers always. If
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the only thing that
That's what
matters.
Miles always tells me. He always tells me that.
Yeah.
He's a big Falco grab knower,
um, you try to interact with Falco being vertical. It's never good.
and I die. I should die.
You
I
got
should have
out.
died for sure. That's like a death where I didn't die. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Uh, I wonder. I want to look at this dash forward because it didn't feel. I think this
This is
dash forward's
exactly
kind
what
of
I was
greedy.
talking about, where I take space poorly and I run in shield. That's like literally exactly what I meant.
Yeah, it's a hard spot because the difference, I guess, is that if you're at 0%, I'd like this is probably a fine dash forward, but because you're at 100, Falco could always just pick the easy option and back air, and you just die, you know. And it's like
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with that. No one wants to deal with that, you know. And so, like, I guess a way to incrementally or take space incrementally would be like maybe after this roll, you do dash forward. Um, you do like a long dash forward, and then you set up your dash chance around here, or maybe you do like dash forward, full hop, waveland the side plat, and then play around the platforms to get to center stage, and then eventually get to like drop down right here, or like maybe pressure Falco if he goes further into the corner, or like you could do run forward and then like wave dash down here and have it be like if you do get hit by a laser going forward, that's your wave dash down. And if
Yeah.
it's not, your wave dash down is your wave dash down, you know? And you just have to make sure that you're stopping specifically before back air. Getting hit by like dash forward down air matters a lot less because it's a hard edge guard slash you might just slide off the ledge. Um, so it's like I'm less worried about down air, but as long as you stay outside the back air range, which is about like here-ish, so you wave dash down like right here, then most things end up being good. So it's like dash forward, wave dash down, dash forward, or dash forward and get hit by a laser, and that's your wave dash down. Go to platforms and transition through those to get to center. I actually don't like any approaching full hop stuff here. I think it's all bad. When you're this far, you can't get close enough for your full hop to like stop him from dashing back for free. And so
And the
then it's just
trades are
like,
also bad.
yeah. It's just like you just end up full hopping right here and looking like a noob because Falco's all the way over here, you know.
Yeah.
I think the first full hop was fine, but the second one was really bad. The second one was definitely like I don't know what to do and I'm next to Falco. I guess I'll full hop to stop him from moving forward. But then it's like it just looks like that, you know? And I feel like being trying to be as objective as possible, after you do this full hop and you realize you're not getting hit, you can guarantee that Falco is at least close enough to you to hit him directly. So it's like you could pressure, you could run up smash, you could run up nair, you could running shine, all those are good. Or you could just start dash dancing here and move slightly back so you're like out of the way of random aerials and
Yeah.
stuff.
I've realized that like once I get close to Falco, I don't dash dance enough. Like when I took space with that like big dash where I like run in and shield, ran in and shielded.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I never get to this spot and like do a tight dash dance. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like I
yeah.
never do this and like do a dash dance and they spot dodge and I grab the spot dodge. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that makes
Like I
sense.
feel like I either like get to this point and do a full hop or I get to this point and I like do a run in option. I feel like I need to like realize that I am in a spacing where Falco is like scared to jump or jumping is bad and be like willing to dash dance.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like this is a spot where like I can like take information, but instead I like play a mix up, and that's like not right. Like I feel like that's a spot where like I dash dance, and I'm like, oh, when I get to this spot, Falco shields every time. Oh, I get to this spot, and they try to do a laser in place every time, and then like I can just skew how I punish based off of like what they do instead of just like getting that spot and being like, I guess I'll full hop, I guess I'll nair. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think that's a good realization to have too, because a lot of the spots where you're playing for positioning against Falco end up being that kind of spot where it's like you're close enough to Falco to get hit, but once you take all context into account, he's probably more scared of you than you are him, and you need to like
Yeah.
play around that.
Wow. Yeah.
Um, yeah, let's see if we could get through this game quickly, just so we could do the edge guarding thing.
Yeah. Yep. I
Um,
don't think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, you probably meant to nair, but I think this is similar to the other spot where you dash forward and tried to nair, where I think you were like, I'm dashing forward, I'm just gonna go run it anyways. You know,
Yeah,
I got to keep
I
being
get hit by
aggressive.
the laser. I'm not gonna change my plans.
Yeah, yeah, and I think it would have been really good if you did, because imagine if you take this laser and you start dash dancing. Falco's sitting there dash dancing. He cannot get a laser out. You just get to run forward and like running shine, and he has to deal with it. You know.
Like grab even. I feel like that's like a
Yeah, you
spot
could
where
do
you can
anything. You,
grab.
you truly can do anything, and he has to just deal with it, and it's hard. Worked out. That's a hard one. You have to short hop up
Oh,
air.
dude, that's so tragic. Well, I kind of yeah,
Yes, it
dude.
just
That
you can't full hop. Like you up tilt. This isn't not the up tilt is fine, but you have to short hop up air after the up tilt. This just doesn't actually work. And
oh
then
okay.
grab up tilt is fine. Actually, let me see. Yeah, you just had no choice. This is a jump off spot.
Let me see.
It's any spot where Falco is jumping anywhere around the ledge, maybe slightly below, maybe slightly
Yeah,
above, and he's
you know what it
close.
you know what it is? I feel like I try to cover instant side B, like high instant side B a lot.
Hmm.
Um, and so because of that, I'm a lot of times in that spot where like I should be full hopping out there. I am like throwing out a back air so that they can't do like high side B. That's
Hmm.
another thing I'm realizing. I think I just need to like reshape my default to like instead of my default being like covering that sort of stuff, it should be jumping out there,
Yeah.
you know, and then like doing that back air like the third time that they side B above me when I try to
Hmm.
grab it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's pretty reasonable.
Like I don't even think it's a yeah. Okay. Oh my god, my movement so bad.
Oh yeah, this is the high percent you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's easy to feel like you're kind of stuck on side platform, so it's fine.
Dude, that jab could have been it. It's like a clear jab grab spot.
Hmm. Here, I think it ends up being vertical, like chasing, just because you go to the ground or whatever, and he's still on plat, and so it's like you could go up, but you're kind of just hoping that you hit him, and then very good or very little good could happen. Oh, bad full hop forward. I think the full hop itself is fine, but you cannot go forward with it. No matter the spacing is way too bad to go forward with it. You need to do it in place or drift back.
Yeah.
Good backer. Good, 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 good. I like this. I think the dash back was bad, but I think the dash forward was really good. Like I think here, if you're reacting, you'd see that he up tilted, and you'd literally just be hauling ass over to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some spots where it feels like I'm a little too concerned with like getting out of danger and I don't look.
Mm-hmm.
No, like I'm obviously looking at Falco, like I'm looking at the screen and shit, but it feels like there's points where I take my eyes off of Falco to like ensure that I'm safe and like reassess where I'm at, and like those times are like there's like critical things happening in those times where I like give something up, you know.
Yeah, yeah. For what it's worth, the dashback is a part of the mix-up because he could have up tilted and then just like dash forward down
Fucking
there.
nerd.
Yeah, like he could have just gone forward, and so it's like a part of the mix-up. But I think it is. It's like a specific option, and so it's like you only need to like start doing this dashback once the Falco's shown it, you know, or like maybe
Yeah.
if they're that type of player.
Yeah.
And for what it's worth, you did get a good running power shield, so it's not like the dashback. Actually, I said it was bad, but I don't think it was inherently bad or anything. I think it just didn't. What I understand of this player and of melee overall, it didn't feel like it was the most accurate decision. But then a good thing about it is that if he lasers, it's still a great spot. And then if he doesn't laser, you just get to do the thing where you dash forward, wave dash down here,
Yeah.
and if you get hit by laser, that's your wave dash down, or you power shield the laser, right? Um, yeah, no, you just you just gotta go for the grab here. You could see
I,
it. Well, done it dashing forward.
I'm like pretty sure I missed it or I went for like a really bad it was like a really bad up smash whiff.
Uh oh, you got stuck on top flat. Oh, up tilt. That up tilt wasn't very good.
Yep. I swear, dude, they're in there. The bad up tilts are
Yeah.
you'll find them in all my games against all
Mm-hmm.
characters.
Jumping into that, the double lasers was like a game losing decision. It really just fucked up your entire spot because you just got trapped in the air for so long, and then you had to double jump, and then you had to fall into another laser. It's just like you were super
That's like a
cooked.
double jump air dodge to top plat spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
it's
that's
actually
real.
get the fuck out for sure. Oh, up tilt again. Forward smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. I start streaming again, and then we could watch the jump off. But yeah, I think the biggest takeaways are ignore Falco doing vertical stuff slash use full hop to indirectly interact with it. When taking space, when you're far away, you could go, you could kind of just go forward and worry about it later. The closer you are, the more you have to like lean into like using lasers to like stop yourself and stuff, or then like, you know, um, or like wave dashing down and stopping yourself, or then like using dash forward full hop when you're closer to like really, what's it called? Really, well, like avoid things and be able to interact with Falco, potentially stopping you from moving forward. There's the edge guarding stuff that we're gonna look at, which is like jumping off when you have the opportunity. Um, what else was there? I don't remember. Uh, let's just say that those are the extent of my thoughts. Do you have any thoughts?
No. We kind of discussed everything that wanted to discuss there pretty thoroughly.
Okay.
That was pretty good.
Oh yeah, and
But
then
no,
there's the indirect high percent.
yeah, no, yeah, all this, we touched on all the stuff. I just need to like now I just need to like go play it out. That was good.
Yeah.
Like I'm not lost in the matchup, so it's
Mm-hmm.
not like not really confused. It was just like those. I felt like the things that I were messing up were like costing me a lot.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
two of those stocks were like really bad, high percent stuff. Like I started off the game with a giant lead and then like came back to even, like
Mm-hmm.
and then like if I jump out there like two of those times, that like could have easily been like a two stock.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Okay, let's get into this match.
Mm,
I like this is me playing indirect round and playing vertically. He double jumps. I'm just like, I go to side plat and then figure it out later. Um nice.
ooh,
True.
yeah,
Nice. Uh
yeah. I need to raise dash down more.
yeah, I think it's really good. You just have to
I'm like
be
seeing spots where
decisive.
you do it, and it's like it feels like such a breath. Like it feels like you're like literally taking a breath like in game.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, the fucking down throw mix up. It's a funny one.
Yeah. It's a silly one.
I kind of like it though. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I think it's
I
good.
just play it so much. That's interesting. You were like able to play really close to Falco there, without getting meaningfully hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this whole sequence of like the back air, the shield.
I think
Yeah,
it it's mostly experience based, but once you have the idea in your mind that like there are lapses in like Falco's pressure where he's like trying to escape and do stuff, you'll like catch on pretty quick. Where it's like Falco's not doing anything but trying to escape after shining my shield, man. You know, or it's
yeah.
like that kind of stuff.
Ooh, nice down smash.
Thanks. Hopefully, I jump off. I haven't really gone them in an edge guard spot.
That's the thing, dude. I feel like I watch like cheesy foxes play against Falco, and I'm like, they just like aren't engaging with any of the Falco shit and just cheesing him, and it just works. Like, why am I putting all this effort into like playing the Falco game and like playing against these lasers, and like why am I not just gimping? Like it's like the thought I have every time.
That's because they only beat bad Falcos. They don't beat the good ones.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I watched fucking Colin beat Fiction, and I was like, damn, dude, man, even.
That is true. That is true.
But he's like, dude, he's like one of the best cheesers around.
Okay, that game didn't
That was
have it.
nice. You just cheesed him twice.
Yeah, I mean that was Kalindi.
That's funny.
Let me
Good
see if I
fun.
could find a worse Falco. If I have matches of me versus not very good Falco, it might be good.
Wait, that's fucking him. That's the same Falco I was
Wait,
playing.
really? Wait, okay, then
Yeah,
let's see. That's funny.
617. That's fucking Diego. That's my homie.
That's funny.
Sorry, I'm a little sick.
No, it's okay.
That's so funny. This is literally Diego. That's like,
This is perfect.
yep. I just checked the code. He's super good though. This dude fucking cooks.
Nice.
He like never enters, but he just gets crazy wins every time he shows up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, true.
That's so funny. I'm like,
Oh, I misjudged. And I die
Down
for it.
air.
That's so whack.
Yeah, dude. I'm saying, dude. That's that Diego diligence, dude.
Dude, I had him. Dude, he got cooked bad. I misspaced. Grab. Yeah, here, like this was actually a jump off spot for sure, where I could have jumped off, but I was really worried about double jump instant side B to ledge.
Dude, that's always the thing, man. It's like
Yeah, I mean it's the thing, man. You
it's
gotta
like it's it's,
you can't
it's
do
like
both.
I know it's like, well, do I want to pretend like the Falco's gonna be smart, or do I want to pretend that they're gonna be noob? And
Mm-hmm.
like my brain always goes like they're fucking shitty. They're gonna do side B, you know.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as they start doing real shit, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep. Ooh.
Oh, horrible drift. Wow.
Oh, good forward tilt. That was like the kind of forward tilts that. Oh no, dude, lock in, man.
I know the
No,
double
that's
SD.
dude. You got kind of lucky this game, man.
He got lucky. He's gotten lucky 17 times.
Oh no, just fucking
Yeah,
funny. It's just funny. This is my homie,
it's Smash Bros. Melee. Getting lucky is part of being good. That's actually the secret.
dude. It's like the blue lock thing, where it's like I saw. Oh my god, the walk up, dude. No, like that. Yeah, those are the spots where I'm like, oh, he's just getting destroyed.
Yeah, it's just like I'm just sitting here looking for laser. I don't see laser. Fuck else am I gonna do? I'm just gonna keep going
Dude,
forward.
walking is dangerous. I swear, I need to walk more.
It's good. Walking's great.
I need to take my sweet ass time getting from point A to B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, look, this is a spot similar to the one where it's like I, I couldn't actually really get a punish on that down air, but I was close enough for it to feel like it. Instead of trying to go for like just the back air, I did something pretty different where it's like I empty landed and then spaced myself against it, and then was able to like hit whatever defense thing he picked,
Yeah,
which I think is pretty good.
good teeter.
Yeah,
Trying
this was
to
too
go.
far to be a jump off spot. He was really far away, and he could have jumped forward, but like banking on that's not very good. Has he SD'd 3 times? Wow, he really has. No
Damn.
jump off that game either. What if there's one this month? There has to be one because I know I jump off. I jump off all the time. That's how I edgeguard the Falco.
That's really.
There needs to be one.
That's super, dude. That's crazy. Now that I'm thinking about it, ever since Dusk left, like that's probably the best Georgia Falco. Like that's kind of fucked up.
Damn. Georgia used to be the Falco scene. They had a million Falcos.
No, dude. Yort fucking retired.
They all
K-Pan
left.
redacted nowadays.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
It is a shame. Let's see if I jump off in this match.
Oh, I love that drill grab. So many times I drill shine, and I'm like, why?
I should have drill grabbed.
Yeah, every time, dude. Beautiful. Hmm.
Yeah, this is actually the back air spot. You see how the low percent back air, instead of playing it like back air shine, I was like, I'm gonna pick my thing, and I just got to be aggressive.
Drill is such a great choice there too. Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
those are the spots I just need to. I need to like play like. Yep, double shine. Yeah, that's how Colin would have done it. Those are the spots where I need to pick like just like higher level choices.
hmm
This is a matchup where I feel like you definitely get rewarded for doing like the harder the harder thing.
I agree. Oh, horrible.
Dash tech.
I should have grabbed. Dude, there has to be. I just don't edge guard. I just kill them. I want to edge guard. Let me edge guard.
Dude, it's funny because that is exactly how I feel when I play against Falco. Like I feel like that is just like where I've specced into. Like I feel like I don't edge guard them.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I just back at them at 150 or up smash them every time. Like that's just like how I play against Falco. Like I want the
Man,
free shit.
give me something good, please. The wave dash down. It could have been
Yeah,
good.
I'm too honest for my own good.
I mean, it's
Oh
not.
no.
Okay, there has to be one. Maybe a Battlefield game? Dude, I lose every Battlefield game. My Samus lost? No.
Your
Oh,
Samus?
dude, my Samus is the best. How'd I lose?
Oh dude, you're a Samus secondary haver?
No, my Samus is fucking horrible. It's so shit. I've played
I'm
Samus maybe in 10 games total.
if I get ever tried to learn Samus, I'm just gonna try to play like Silver. Like I just want to learn every single like niche Samus tech.
Yeah, all the little freaky tech skill. Can't go wrong with
Oh
it.
yeah, dude. It's so cool. That's like I'm so it's so shocking to me that there's like he's the only one that tries to play cool, and they all just try to camp. Like
Yeah.
Samus has such cool tech.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe the most interesting, at least for me, in my opinion.
She definitely has a lot of shit.
All the
I'll give
AI
her that.
stuff and like the super wave, it's just all like so like visually tricky and cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit on.
Dude, I love dash tag against Falco.
It's really good.
Yeah, dude, fucking noob, dude, just fucking side being all over the place.
Clinton's a side B demon too. That's actually probably why it's not coming up, because Clinton spams side B every fucking time, always.
Dude, Miles is like that too.
Dude, it's because they all play on net play and it's fucking broken. I'm tired of this shit. On LAN, I'd hit it, man.
Oh, I love that drill. That was freaky.
Yeah, it worked out surprisingly well. I got very lucky.
Yeah. Get shit on noob.
That's what I'm saying.
Miles should have beaten Kalindi at tipped off 13. Pretty funny.
That's funny.
Closest 3-1 ever, dude.
Real.
Oh, nice crouch.
I like this. This is the thing where I get to run across the stage for free.
Yeah, but you do like the good wave dash back and shit. Like those are like the differences.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I just run in and like I expect to be hit by a laser, and when I don't, I'm like still running in, and you get the
Yeah, and
evil
then you're
bar.
just like too close and you're not ready.
Yeah. Oh, oh.
Oh, horrible jump.
Ooh.
I chased vertically. And I died. Oh no, I DI'd off like a noob.
Ooh, got the laser there. Mental
Yeah,
damage.
big 3%. Oh no. Oh, he kills himself. That's what happens, right?
Oh, great angle.
It's a good one. That's a game winner right there.
Dude, surely I can play this good in like 2 months. Like surely that shit's gonna happen.
Surely.
Like surely I could just be farming the entire world that quickly.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give up
Noob.
on showing you jump shine spots, but you gotta
I
believe
will
me,
watch
it
Colin
comes up.
VODs. I will
Yeah,
watch Colin
he
VODs.
probably knows the secret technique. I don't
Dude,
play
I
Fox.
I need to just ask him. Like I keep thinking about it. Like I'm just gonna ask him because that motherfucker. that he gimps like everybody. Like I could probably watch him against any Falco, and he will just get like six. Like all his kill moves are shines. All his
Mm-hmm.
fucking.
Yeah, dude. Fuck. I don't play unranked, so it's like I don't have any like matches of my Fox versus worst
Playing fucking
Falcos.
doubles with Drugged Fox. Is that what that was?
I think it was. Let
That's
me
funny,
see.
dude. I
Oh
want to play
yeah.
him. I want to play doubles with him. He like sometimes be playing doubles with like Wes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I've never been there at those sessions.
It's a good time. He's great at teams.
Yeah, I play a lot of doubles with with Wes because he's such a doubles lover. I do a lot of double sessions. I'm like a ginormous doubles fiend. So,
I love teams. Teams. I have some of the most fun playing melee playing teams. This is me and Calcrudo versus Kalindi and Sammy.
dude, me and H2A, dude, we played such good teams. We at Ohan's birthday bash. I don't know if you were looking at that tournament.
I didn't watch teams at all, but I do know Calcrudo won.
Yeah, no, that tournament was just super stacked. Me and fucking H2A were hella underseeded because Loki Ohan's a terrible seeder. You know,
Loki.
I'm gonna say that with my chest. I'm gonna be honest.
I
It's really
respect it.
but dude, he seeded us fucking 17th, and we got second, or no, we got third. Fucking like beat Josh Man and Ostentatious, and like beat every like PR team. We should have gone game 5 with fucking Crudo Panda. Like that shit
Mm-hmm.
was 3-1, but like sold we sold game 4. Like dude, like we were cooking so hard.
Damn, you guys sound like professionals.
HWA is like the best teammate ever. Like I swear to God, like I don't think people understand how good that motherfucker is at teams.
That's sick. I've never played teams with them, so I don't have any thoughts. I can't affirm you, but I think
No,
that's
he's
good.
like it's just like imagine if you had a fox that like never died when they nared in the corner. Like every time they nared in the corner in doubles, they were fine. Like every
Mm-hmm.
single one.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like there's literally nothing more you can ask for than like a fox that won't die when they short hop in the corner.
I agree. It's a great thing to have.
Yeah, no, it just kind of frees me up to like look at the screen and like cover rolls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
HWA's just gonna be a box fox and press buttons.
Gonna be a box fox. Real. It's hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Well, definitely ask slash watch call in for the
Nah,
jump off
for game.
stuff. And just like be aware of any spot where Falco is close to the ledge and also below it or like near it vertically, then that's like a jump off spot theoretically.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try jumping off every time. Like I think I just need to just do my time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do really just have to do the time and then you'll get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But all
Well,
right, that was good. I feel like I got a lot out of that.
nice.
So I'll catch you maybe at with a lesson. If not, tipped off. I'll see you.
Yes, sir. I will be there for sure. Unless my flight fucking explodes, but who knows?
But hopefully it's not Boeing.
Yes, sir. All right. I'll talk to you later. Good luck.
Peace.